When it comes to high-impact, transformative community projects, Rotary Club of Toledo has been moving the needle since 1912. Since 1912, when Willie's, Owens, and Libby were household names.
The growth of Toledo and the growth of this club would never be separated, as Toledo Rotarians would always play a major role in the leadership and development of this great city of Toledo.
As an example, the fledgling Toledo Rotary Club was at the forefront of statewide efforts to transform services to handicapped individuals in the middle 1910s. Thus was launched the Charles Fieldbach School, which has been in continuous operation by the Toledo Public District. It is today's Glendale Fieldbach School. And what began then as the Toledo Society for Crippled Children operates today as the Ability Center of Greater Toledo. And in celebration of our 100th year of service above self, we contributed $300,000 towards the establishment of Middle Grounds Metro Park. We distribute over $200,000 annually to people in need throughout the Toledo region through committees focused on community, youth, vocational, disability, international, and clean water, all funded through member contributions and volunteerism. Here's a look at what we've identified as our next projects of transformational impact. 65% of children entering Toledo Public Schools test behind on the Ohio Kindergarten Readiness Assessment, and many never catch up.
When you talk about kids, we really should be talking about it at a large scale. There are definitely neighborhoods that have more or different needs than others, but to really be impactful, we have to think of the city as an entire whole in this initiative.
Efforts are underway throughout the country to dramatically expand access to quality early childhood education. Toledo Rotary members will work with local government, businesses, and vested stakeholders to advocate for universal pre-K.
Rotary has so many well-connected, well-intentioned people that love the community, and we can really do some good helping to move this initiative forward. And so even for Rotary to think beyond certain neighborhoods, to think citywide as we make investments was really important, and a little bit of a different turn than some of the transformational projects we've done in the past.
$100,000 is committed toward advocacy, with $10,000 up front for initial research, commissioned by the Toledo Community Foundation, ProMedica, and other community supporters. Lead poisoning also impacts children disproportionately. Its consequences can be permanently debilitating.
If you're lead poisoned as a young person, it stays with you. So if you have learning disabilities because of lead, it's very difficult to remediate that poisoning.
Lead-based paint was banned by the EPA in 1978, but is still present in many older homes. When overpaint deteriorates, lead particles become airborne dust that can poison a child.
If they're not going to make any more lead paint, let's get rid of what we have. Let's work with children who are impacted by it. And that was the gist of the committee, saying this makes sense for community services.
Toledo Rotary will educate the community on lead poisoning prevention, promote a lead-free agenda, collaborate with local institutions on cost-effective abatement, and partner with other area service organizations so that we can be lead-free by 2023.
We can encourage a lot of change, and that's going to make a big impact on young children who are, by no choice of their own, living in homes that have lead poisoning.
On Saturday, August 2nd, 2014, Western Lake Erie water was declared unsafe for consumption, affecting 500,000 people. Concern over toxic algal blooms continues every summer.
We're mostly concerned because we represent a city where our residents were impacted. So I think we need to be even more sensitive to it as a club that represents Toledo.
Toledo Rotary swung into action, hosting 2 regional water conferences, and we will continue to take the message to Columbus. Pass the legislation needed to reduce nutrient loading under Ohio's agreement with Michigan and Ontario by 40% in 2025.
We've gone out to the farms to see the new practices that are being developed, and now it's time for us to take action and go to the legislature to really support changes and funding to stop runoff from the farms.
We are Toledo Rotary. We are people of action. Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. With over 400 Toledo Rotarians and over 1 million Rotarians worldwide, we know what people can do when they come together. Join leaders, exchange ideas, and take action with us. Find out more at ToledoRotary.org.